Well, I got stuck. Awesome. Good thing I put a winch on the back of this thing. Morning, everybody. It's about 5:45 in the morning on December 30th. We plowed yesterday, of course, and did all that fun stuff. We're gonna go out this morning and hit a few roads, driveways and stuff. I don't know if we're gonna do everything today, but we're definitely gonna do a few driveways today, just clean them up and stuff, because we did them pretty early in the day and it was obviously still snowing pretty good. So we're gonna hit everything a little bit. Get out of the garage and don't hit it. That's a good start to the day. Alright, make sure I shut the door. Come on. Fucking over! Wow! Well, we came up to town here to plow out a couple of customers here, and it was one of them deals. It's like, I don't know if we're gonna have enough snow or what's gonna be here, but it might be kind of hard to tell in the video here, but here in front of this building there is some pretty big wind drifts. They're well over a foot deep, a few of them here, and that's why we come up here to do this, because I know for a fact that it's probably going to be that issue. We've done this lot enough to know that it wind drifts here. So I've had this wind drift right here in front of us, just absolutely taller than the freaking truck almost, you know, and so we got to get up here and make sure this is clean. It's not like we got a lot more snow, it's just the wind drift, you got to clean it up. So it's one hard thing about plowing sometimes, you know, just because we don't get any snow doesn't mean it didn't actually, you know, drift or something, and you still need to go out. You know, I know the guys that do like salt and stuff like that, I mean, you know, you go out a lot more no matter what because of that. But you know, if it's freezing or whatever, which we don't do salt, I just don't want to get into it. I don't want to do it, honestly. It's just one more thing to deal with. I can't run my back blade, technically, kinda, or it's harder to at least. So it's just none of my customers really want it or need it that bad, so it's not that big of a deal for me. So yeah, we're just gonna get this plowed out and head to the next one. Alright, so you might be wondering why I'm using the back blade now after plowing this with the front blade, and the reason is I'm trying to scrape all this down and clean it up a little bit more. The front blade doesn't scrape it as well as the back blade because I can put a lot of downforce on the back blade, and as you can see, it's peeling up a fair amount of snow. Just cleans it up a little better. It doesn't take much more time to do it this way or whatever, so there you go. If you're wondering why I'm not going all the way up against the wall there and dragging that little bit of extra snow out, there's actually ramps underneath that snow right there, and you'll hit them, and they don't really use this loading dock. They rarely use this loading dock, so it just is cleaned out just for more parking than anything. So we don't really have to get in there and be real crazy about making sure it's right up against the building. Like right here, I'm getting a lot closer to the door because they use it. So just figured I'd explain some of that there, why I'm not cleaning that out like you normally would in any other aspect of it. Well, I got stuck. Awesome. Good thing I put a winch on the back of this thing. I don't normally do this, but yeah. I don't know what I was thinking, but I drove into a pile I already dumped here. And it's ice underneath this pretty good. So I mean, it's pretty slick underneath this too, so that don't help anything. But yeah, I'm just stuck. I'm just stuck right here. So good thing I got a winch. This tied into the tree, obviously. I was having an issue, the rope, it needed to be untangled. It was all tangled up in there and shit, so. All right, well, let's see if this works. I don't have my tripod, so I'm just gonna have to set you on the ground here. Hopefully you don't tip over. Well, there you have it. It works. I don't know, I drive through that stuff all the time, but like I said, it's really icy underneath this, so that did not help it. That didn't help anything, so we're gonna roll this stuff up and get out of here.